Hi guys, it's Julie. Welcome back to my wonderful BC life. I'm back today with a vlog on how things have been going. As you may have noticed, I have not had any videos out in a little while because things have just been so crazy around here. I've just been so distracted with the renovating that we've been doing, which is still ongoing at this point. And, it's just been one thing after the other around here. I was going to film yesterday, and I know I shouldn't have let that stop me, but I was distracted by the fact that I knew that the UPS guy was supposed to be coming, and it said online that he was coming sometime before 12:15. So I'm sitting there waiting and waiting. I couldn't go for a walk or anything because I'm waiting for him to show up. And he didn't show up until it was dark out. So I wasted the whole day. I didn't want to be distracted by him coming to the door, so I didn't film my video, so I'm filming it now. But anyway, I thought I'd fill you all in on how things have been going. It's been absolutely crazy. It's just so much to do all at once. And I know we shouldn't be trying to do it all at once, but it somehow has worked out that we seem to be trying to do it all at once. So we had new flooring put down throughout the main, well, no, I shouldn't say the main floor of the house. We only have one floor, but we've had new flooring put down in the dining room and the living room area, the hallway, and the 2 bedrooms. So I will be showing all of this later. Once, if a room gets completed, I will show it. But right now it's like every room still has something that has to be done. So I don't really want to show them until it's completely done. But anyway, we got the new flooring down there. We got new flooring down in the kitchen. We changed the lights in the kitchen. We changed the light here in the dining room. If you recall, in the spare bedroom, we had the incredibly dusty ceiling fan. It's still up there. Dave painted the blades, although in all honesty, I think I'm going to take them down and give them a bit more of a paint because in my opinion, he didn't do that great of a job. But anyway, that ceiling fan is still up there. I'm going to make do with it. But like I say, I probably will take those blades off and give them a better paint job than what Dave did. I might paint them actually the same color that the room is painted. So that'll be interesting. And we did paint that room. And we've been changing some of the doors in here because I don't know what she had on the doors. I think she must have used really old paint or something, because some of the doors, the paint is like doing this weird, almost like a peeling thing. So anyway, we've changed some of the doors that had that really bad, whatever was going on with the paint thing. We just went and got other doors and put it on rather than try to sand that down. And then we just donated the doors and got rid of them that way. The main floor bathroom, we have the flooring for it, but it's not down yet. But we did do some major improvements in there. If you recall, there was a hot water tank in the closet. We had the hot water tank moved out. Well, we got a brand new hot water tank and we had it moved out to the garage. So it's out there now. And that now freed up that closet for all of my cleaning supplies, my vacuum cleaner, my mop and bucket, all those type of things. Now I have a place for those to go. So that worked out really well. We still have to fix it. Like we still have to repair the drywall in there and paint it and put up the hooks and stuff. But it's going to work out really well once we get that done. That's going to give all of those things a place to go, because right now they didn't have a place to go. There just simply wasn't a spot for them. And you don't figure these things out until you move in, and it's like, well, now where did those go? I don't know. So we figured it all out, and it cost us a pretty penny to get that moved out there, but it will be worth it in the long run. So also in that room, we've we got a new medicine cabinet, so we've got 2 medicine cabinets in there, and put a new light fixture in there, a new mirror, and we had the toilet moved from where it was next to the vanity. It is now down at the end of the wall next to the tub. And the plan is to get a longer vanity. Right now you've only, I think it's a 31-inch vanity in there. Now we have room for a 60-inch vanity, so that we can have a nice long vanity, and that will give us more space and storage in there. Now also in that room, we got the laundry closet. Well, if you recall from my previous video on the subject where I did the walkthrough, the laundry closet wasn't anything to write home about. And when you first walked in there, you had to open up the door to the bathroom, and then you had to open up the 2 doors that opened up into the laundry closet. Well, that drove me nuts very fast. It's like, that's too many doors to be shuffling around every time I want to go in there into the laundry area. So I said to Dave, get those doors out of here. I do not want those doors on there. That's just going to drive me nuts. So now you had the laundry equipment just open to the bathroom area. So what do you do with that? And I came up with some ideas. I got a cabinet from Marketplace. Somebody was selling it, and it was just the perfect cabinet for in there. We wallpapered. Dave will never use peel and stick wallpaper ever again. It was an absolute disaster, but it looks okay at least. So, but he will never buy that kind of wallpaper ever again. He said, I would have rather had the regular type of wallpaper any day compared to that. So anyway, we wallpapered, put up new shelving, and it's like looking, I even put a little curtain across. You'll see all of this when it gets done, but I'm not at that point where everything is completely done. So like I said, I'm not going to show it until it's completely done, but it's very close. So we got that done in there. And in our bedroom, I have a new ceiling fan to go in there, but it's not up yet. Of course, we got the new flooring. He did get the painting done in that room. And in the ensuite, we don't have a big ensuite. I wish it was bigger, but it is what it is. I still would like to change out that vanity. I don't know if it's going to happen or if Dave just wants to paint it. The problem with that is I still don't like the top of it. And just today, oh, that's almost another story, but just today, I'll go into the other part in a minute. Just today, I went in there and I went to get the scale out to step on it, and I found out the hard way that the sink had been leaking, and we did not know that it had been leaking. So Dave's going to have to fix that at least temporarily, whether we change the vanity out or not. But we changed the toilets. Both bathrooms now have new toilets, the higher kind that are much more comfortable to, the comfort height ones that are so much easier to sit on. And so I've made some improvements in there. We still have to paint in there, but we changed the mirror and the light fixture and that in there. So everything is looking really good. The back patio, I've got the cushions off now because our rainy season has already started, but it looks so nice out there and it's so peaceful. We've been just loving it here. Everything is peace and quiet. Like you can, if you're outside on the back patio, you can just faintly hear the traffic on the Island Highway. But it's really not bad, and it's so much quieter than where we were at that rental place. So much quieter. And even Dave just loves it. He just can't get over how much he loves looking out onto this yard and sitting out in this yard. There are birds out there, squirrels, the occasional rabbit goes by. We have a motion detector light on the back, and we saw a deer go by one night. We've seen raccoons go by. And so it's nature right at our doorstep, which is what we've always wanted. we've been just absolutely thrilled with that aspect of it. The only thing I had that happened that was a little unnerving, I will share, is that one night, Dave had already gone to bed because he always goes to bed at least a couple hours before I do. He had already gone to bed, and I was sitting in the living room, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw that the motion detector light that's on the front turned on. And I'm thinking that there's an animal out there. So I hop up to go look and see what critter is out front. And as I got up and walked towards the door, I realized that there's the shape of a person that I can see through the window. And I'm like, who the heck is there? It's like 12:30 at night. I'm like, who the hell is outside of my door? And they're now ringing the doorbell. Well, I'm not answering it. I can't speak for anybody else, but at 12:30 at night, I am not answering the door if I don't know who's out there. I'm just simply not. And whoever it was kept banging and banging on the door. And I was sort of standing between like there's the wall between the spare bedroom and the hallway. And I'm just standing there sort of looking and hoping that the person can't see me, knowing that they could see me if I was to stand right in the hallway, because you can see through that door. In some spots, you can see through it. And I'm like, who the heck is it? And why do they keep banging? And they wouldn't stop, and it seemed like they started banging harder and harder. And what got even weirder than that was that whoever it was, we've got a mailbox on the wall out there. They started grabbing at the lid of the mailbox and opening it and slamming it. And it's like, what on earth is going on out there? Who's out there? I'm sitting there immediately thinking, oh my God, it's a crackhead. I'm like, it's got to be somebody on drugs or alcohol or something. That, who would be doing this at 12:30 in the morning? Who would? Anyway, I refused to answer the door, and I found out the next day that Dave sort of did wake up. He thought I was making noise. He thought I was doing the banging. And I said to him afterwards, I says, Dave, I'm not going to be making noise like that when you're sleeping. Why would I do that? So anyway, he said if he would have known, he would have come to the door and looked and said something. But he didn't know. He just thought it was me. So anyway, I noticed the person finally stopped banging on the door. And like I say, I'm peeking between the window in the spare bedroom and where the door is. And now I can see a figure walking away to the left. And I'm like, that looks like my next door neighbor. And I know that she apparently had a broken arm, although she wasn't wearing a cast, which I thought was odd, but nonetheless, she said she had a broken arm, and she was always walking around in her nightgown, even in the daytime. You'd see her outside in the yard, she'd be wearing her nightgown. Well, the figure that I saw looked like the woman in the nightgown, and I still don't know why she was at the door. I don't want to accuse her because I couldn't confidently in a court of law say that it was her, but I'm still pretty darn sure it was her. And I just recently ran into her out front the other day, and we were talking about, us, getting settled and doing renovations and stuff. And what was funny was at one point she suddenly said, oh, she says, I gotta go. She says, I can hear my phone ringing. And I thought, I don't hear your phone ringing. I think she suddenly realized that I might say something, and she decided to bolt. But anyway, other than that extremely strange event, it's been absolutely lovely here. Nice and quiet, nice and peaceful. And we love being able to so easily walk over to the lake and walk around there a bit. And you can see the ducks and the geese and stuff, and people fishing on the dock. And like I say, we've been absolutely loving all of that. But anyway, because we've been so busy with all of this, and I've been selling things on Marketplace, and sometimes somebody will say that they're coming to the door to pick something up, but they don't tell you what time. And so that distracts me and makes me think that I can't start filming videos or go out shopping and stuff. And so I haven't had a chance to do many videos, but I'm hoping to get started on them again now that things are starting to wind down a little bit at least. And so I do have a few little items that I picked up. I wouldn't really call it a shopping haul exactly. We've bought a lot of things at the dollar stores lately, but a lot of them have already been put into use because I didn't have time to do a haul with them. But I will show you these items, which were all from Dollar Tree. And I had bought some of these last year and I saw them again, and I decided to grab a couple more because they're so small that you can just fit them anywhere. And that was these two little scarecrows. They're the ones with the round bottoms on them. So those were probably $1.75, I imagine. So I did pick up two of those, and I had not seen this one last year. I did get a blue one of these stacked pumpkins, and that one there says Cool Autumn Breezes. So I got one of those. And I got two pairs of socks that they had there, and I think the one pair is already in the wash, so I couldn't show it. But it was Celebrate with Hershey socks. And they're, you can see Hershey's there, and the Hershey's peanut butter cups. And like I say, I thought those were kind of cute. Oh, and there's the Hershey's Kisses on there. And like I say, these were probably all $1.75 or very close to that if they weren't that amount. But anyway, like I say, it has been madness around here with all the things that we're trying to get done. And, you know, like I say, just, it seems like, you know, just I haven't been able to concentrate enough to do a video. And even today I had some things going on that were kind of interfering a bit with, you know, contacting people online, issues with family back in Ontario and stuff like that, that I was on the phone trying to deal with that a bit. But nonetheless, I decided I am definitely making a video today, so everybody knows I'm still okay. I'm still here, still going to be doing my channel as I have been. And like I say, I'm feeling much more confident here in my home. I didn't know where to sit to do my videos. I'm like, well, now where do I sit? At the other place, I always sat at the island, and I had the pictures. Well, I had the picture of the waterfall, which we could not sell. Nobody wanted to buy it. And it actually is in our bedroom. It's taking up the whole wall in there because it's such a great big picture. But anyway, I thought, well, where will I sit to do my videos here? And I thought, well, the most logical place for me to sit would be here at the dining table in the dining room. And I can sit, depending on, you know, the given day, I can sit in a different chair and have a different background if I want. You know, if I sit over there, you'll see a different view. But for now, this is where I'm going to sit. So anyway, I just, I'm trying to think. I know I had more I wanted to say, and right this minute, I'm forgetting what it all is exactly. But like I say, Dave and I are both doing well. We're planning on spending the Thanksgiving weekend working on this place some more. We've got a lot more painting to do, and Dave, we started yesterday. What I was waiting for that was coming by UPS was the rack system for the totes. They finally shown up yesterday. So we started putting one together last night. We didn't get it quite done, but it's close. And so we have to get that secured to the wall so it won't fall over or anything like that once you get the totes on it. And today we have to try to get the other one put together, and like whether we'll get them actually completely done and attached to the wall, I don't know. But that's our job for tonight, I think. And then, like I say, the weekend we're hoping to get more painting done and stuff like that. And I hope everything can be done by Christmas. I still would like to see a fireplace in here. It's probably going to have to be an electric one, but I really think that's what I want underneath the TV, is to have a fireplace there. And they do have some very nice electric ones. Mind you, if you want a really good one, they're very pricey. You could almost buy a gas one for what you'd pay for a nice electric one these days. But knowing Davey probably won't splurge for one that's that pricey. But we'll see about that. We'll probably end up getting that maybe for Christmas or something. I don't know yet for sure. But anyway, I do have a video coming up. Dave and I we went to Port Alberni and Campbell River to see the bears when they were trying to catch the salmon. And wouldn't you know it, the one video, my phone, it screws me around sometimes, because I will have it on, turn it off, and then without me knowing, if I move, it turns itself back on. And what happened was, I thought I was filming a bear, and I had what I thought was a really good film of it. And what happened was, it had turned off, or it had turned on when I thought it was off, and when I thought it was on, it was not on, and I didn't end up getting the film. And wouldn't you know it, it was a fairly close video of this bear, and it was catching a salmon, and I did not get it. I got a video of me walking, and you're seeing my leg. I'm like, oh, come on. That wasn't what I was supposed to have video of. But anyway, so, and I know what I was going to say about the scale. Now, normally today I would be doing one of my weight loss updates, and I honestly have not been stepping on the scale since we moved. I've been so distracted with everything that I haven't even been monitoring that. I know the week that we moved, Dave took the week off, and we were eating a lot of fast food every day. Nobody was cooking. So, I strongly did not want to step on the scale at that time, because it's like, it's probably not going to be good. So anyway, I finally today decided I was going to step on the scale. And that was when I went to pull the scale out from underneath my sink. And I realized it was all covered in black gook and wet stuff. And I'm like, what the heck happened to the scale? So I pull it out and look at it, and I'm like trying to wipe this, whatever this stuff is, not knowing at this point that the sink is leaking. And I'm like, well, what's going on? I flipped it over, and there was even like brown, rusty looking water coming out of the scale, like out of where the batteries were. And I'm like, oh, this is not good. This is not good at all. So anyway, I cleaned it up as best I could. I took those batteries out, threw them in the garbage. And right now I know that there's still a lot of dampness inside the scale. So I'm just leaving it in the hopes that it will dry and still work after. But at this point, I do not know. So in order to continue with my weight loss journey, as far as knowing exactly how much I've lost or not lost, as the case may be, we're going to hope I'm still doing pretty good. But I have to wait and see if that dries out, if it still works. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to go out and buy another scale, which I don't want to do, because that scale was a good one. It seemed like sometimes if you step on the scale and you step on it once, it'll say one number, and then you could get off and then step right back on and it'll say a different number. Not with that one. That one there was consistent. Whenever you stepped on the scale, it always said the exact same number, so you figured it was more likely to be accurate. So it was easier to monitor your weight. So I'm praying with fingers crossed that it's still working, and then I can get back to doing my weight loss journey videos and monitoring my weight. And I've got to get back and do more walking, which I've done some of, but I haven't been consistently getting my 20,000 steps in because I'm distracted with all the stuff that's going on around here, trying to get things done and waiting for people to come to, do work around the house and stuff, in the cases where we've had, people coming down to put the flooring in and plumbers and electricians and stuff. There's been a lot of confusion. So hopefully that's all going to start to die down pretty soon. And I can, even though the rainy season is coming, I'm going to have to make myself go out in that rain anyway. I'll just have to take an umbrella with me because I'm going to have to still get my steps in. So anyway, I would like to thank you all for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, be sure to hit the like button. And if you haven't already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. I hope that you're all doing well. I hope that you're all healthy and that you're all happy. I would like to wish you all a nice, happy Thanksgiving for the Thanksgiving weekend that's coming up. And until my next video, bye-bye.
Bonus here, AJ.
Yeah.
You guys see the CO2 in this course.
Just